Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time since I've recorded. I need to put my hair up, it's hot in here. Okay, now that my hair looks super attractive, let's begin. Let me inform everyone of what's going on. This is my own apartment, my own place, my humble abode. This is my room. Obviously, it's not that clean right now. It doesn't look that great, and you can only see this part of my body. So the camera position isn't the best. We're recording off of my iPhone, which I'm not that thrilled about, but I didn't like the way the GoPro looked, especially, there's a bug. I didn't like the way the GoPro looked because of the whole wide angle fish eye look, and it just didn't work for a beauty channel. So I'm back on my iPhone. Hopefully I'll get a new camera soon, and then I will actually record regularly. I can't believe it's been this long since I've uploaded, but I've just been moving and working and so much, and hopefully there won't be a huge gap like that ever again. Just updates on my life. I'm back in my college town, back going to college. I'm a sophomore up here in my university. I still have my 2 cats, and my snake is right over here. You can't see her, but she's there. I got a dog. She's a Great Dane. She's only 8 weeks old. She's named Basil, and she's in her kennel back here in this area. But I'll take her out so you guys can see her before I end the video, but I didn't want her running around and stuff while I'm recording. It's really hot in here. We tried to get our air conditioning fixed and they didn't fix it, and it's just really hot, and I have the door closed so that way there's not as much noise. So hopefully the video won't have a lot of background noise, but I guess we'll just see. Got a new tattoo. It's looking nice and sharp. I have a white light. You can probably see it back there in that camera and right here, but it's not directly in front of my face, so there is a shadow on this side. Sorry about that. Hopefully I'll be able to rearrange things eventually so that way it's a better setup for the recording. Like I said, I'm sorry there's this huge gap above my head. You can't really see a lot of me, but my face is what's important. Today I'm going to do a video over my brows because I've gotten a lot of requests about how to do eyebrows, and I'm just going to show you how I do them. It might not work for you. I hope it does. I have combination skin, but I feel like my T-zone is pretty oily, so around my eyebrows is pretty oily. I haven't had a lot of success with Anastasia Dip Brow, and I know most people do have success with that. I just don't. I feel like it wipes off way too easy. Not that the stuff I use doesn't wipe off that easily, but wipes off less easy. That makes sense. Let's get into this brow video, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, my main tools when I'm doing my brows, I use the Anastasia, whatever, 15 brow brush. It's nice and short, little, nice and compact. I keep it in this thing, especially right now since I don't have a good setup for my makeup. I'm just gonna go through the tools real quick so you know what I'm using. So yeah, Anastasia 15 for my brow brush. Then we have the Anastasia 12, which has a brow brush on it. It's just not my favorite. And then it has a spoolie. Some little tiny scissors. You can see they're curved and they're very little. I use them usually to trim up the eyebrow hairs and some nose hairs when I'm feeling manly. I do use a razor instead of a tweezer because I'm a wimp and I suck at tweezing, so I prefer using a razor instead of a tweezer. Then we'll be using Anastasia's Ebony Duo powder. And then I'll also be using Beauty Bakery's brownies in the shade brown. That's not focusing very well, sorry about that. You can see I have some beautiful acne to go along here. It's not as bad as it was, but she's still there. I start out usually after I've moisturized my face. I just try and wipe off the oiliness that is my eyebrow. And I take out the Anastasia 12, open up my Beauty Bakery brownies, and just dip her on in there. I've had this for about a year and I still have a good amount of product left. I just dip it in so there's just the slightest bit of product. I'm not using the best camera, but that's the inside. You can see I haven't used too terribly much. Now I have a mirror below me and above me. I hope this one helps you guys see things a little better. So I don't really need to trim up much eyebrow stuff right now, but if I were to, I would use my razor and just kind of get right below. You have to be really careful. I have shaved off parts of my eyebrows before. It wasn't that pleasant. I like to go through the unibrow area up in here, and usually underneath. You want your eyebrows to have a very natural curve to them, and that's what the product is for when it comes to making it look more defined. I have blonde eyebrow hair, but anyway. So yeah, we're using Anastasia 12 with the Brownies product on it. I pull my eyebrow back like this and take the curve of the brush and just do light strokes. And you're really barely touching your skin when you're doing this because the product is very dark. I just sort of line out the majority of my eyebrow and fill it in the slightest bit. I'm kind of going out a little farther than I normally would. You want your eyebrow to line up exactly diagonal with the corner of your eye and exactly straight with the other corner. The key to getting good looking eyebrows is to remember you're not making an eyebrow. You are just accenting your already there eyebrow. So just because mine has this type of curve to it doesn't mean yours will. It can go more in a U shape, it could be straighter, but you usually do want some angle because that's what's shaping your face the majority of the time. Because if you look at me like this, I look sick. If you look at me like this, I look relatively normal. You can see I have product a little past where I'd want it to be, so I usually just take my finger and wipe that part off. And you must remember when you're doing your brows, they are not twins, they are sisters. They're not going to look exactly the same, and that's okay, because no face, besides like Gigi Hadid, no face is asymmetrical, bisymmetrical. Most faces are asymmetrical, I think. The point is, no one's face is symmetrical, so don't worry about that. I quit using the Beauty Bakery's brownies. Clean off my brush with my lovely hand. Then we switch to the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. This is again an ebony. It's pretty used. I've had this for about 2 years. Oops. But I stick to the lighter side for the most part. Most people are okay with their eyebrows like this, and they do look fine. I could go out like this and no one would really question it. But I'm going to add some more definitive lines. I'm taking the powder and lining the bottom of the brow. You want to thicken up the tail because that's what's going to fade the most during the day. Just kind of filling in some patchiness. Then of course, wiping that. I like to have it very square at the end. If you like it more round, then go for that. Then I'm going to go into the darker color, just tap it a little bit. And we're constantly doing a brushing motion so that way you get those hairline strokes because you want it to look as natural as possible. back dipping into the darker color. You can see maybe how it's kind of patchy looking in this area. That's why I like to do the darker. So I pretty much have no hair down here. And the thing with these products is with powder, you can put them pretty much wherever you want. But with the waxy pomade type stuff, it's going to stick more to where there's actual hair. That's why I use two products. For me, this is pretty completed. It looks patchier in here than it does for me in real life. Right here, looks like it's faded more than it is realistically. But I'm gonna use my spoolie and just lightly brush it through the beginning of where I've started my brows. This pulls away some of the product and makes it look more natural, like it fades into the brow, like your natural hair would. And it picks up a lot of the patchiness and smooths it out. I'm gonna go back through with a brush, and I haven't added any product to it, it's just whatever's left on there. And just kind of fill in any areas I'm not feeling. And there they are. Turn off the light and see if you can see the way it looks. They look pretty dark without the light on. With the light on, I feel like they look more natural, but this is a white light, which is supposed to give you natural lighting. If you wanted to fade them out more, you can use your spoolie more and go through very lightly, usually at the very top, and lightly brush that out. This is just how I like my brows. If you want to add more color, less color, that is totally up to you. I hope this helped you guys if you are not that great at brows or just wanted to see a different way and how to do them. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for still watching me after all this time, because it has been a long time since I've uploaded. Please like and subscribe and have your friends subscribe, because I'm a wonderful human being. Her name is Basil. She's a Great Dane. Say hi. Say hi. I woke her up from a nap. Okay, again guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you liked this. Please let me know in the comments what else you would like to see from me now that I'm going to be back recording regularly. Love you guys so much. Please share with your friends. Thank you guys. Love you.